Hello, this is free online running archery full course. Ages ago I made it and it was on Udemy, I think, and then it spent quite some time on this hard drive. But it's more like a year or something ago, so I decided to put the whole running archery course online for you. I will teach you everything from the very basics, what is the running archery, to super advanced techniques, how to make the best possible archery run. I'll show you what bow to use, how to do my special fast knocking techniques, arrows, knocks, everything will be there. So enjoy it. It's like an hour long and there's everything. And then let me know down in the comments how you liked it. So let's go! So this is first online course ever about running archery, about shooting bow and arrows while you run, jump and doing crazy stuff. Even though I have an English name, I am not a native speaker, so my English is not perfect, but I will do everything I can so you will understand what I'm talking about. You will see lots of videos and as best explanation as I'm able to make so you know what to do next. You probably saw one of my videos on my YouTube channel and you maybe have a little question like, can I do the same? Can I learn the same? So that's probably the way you found this course online and you want to learn how to do running archery. I'm probably first and maybe the only one running archer on this planet who has course and YouTube channel and documents his own way to do this. In this video I will tell you everything about the history, how I made running archery, and also I will tell you everything you need to know about this course and what you can looking forward to. As an archer, I've been looking a long time for my own path because stationary shooting is not so much fun for me. I respect it, but it is not for me. So I found out that it has to be something in a movement. And because I'm scared of horses, I don't ride them, so horseback archery was not in a play. So I start to experiment with moving, and first I started with walking, so I walk and shoot from left to right side, forwards and backwards. It was fine, but it was not the thing I wanted to do with bow and arrows. So I start to run, a slow run, just run and shoot. And it was fine, and I tried to run faster. And right now I'm able to shoot pretty quick while I sprint in a full speed ahead. And I will learn this to you. And then I started to run in the forest, running between the trees and jumping over the rocks and all the stuff. And I found out that this is the thing I want to do with a bow and arrow. And in this moment I was like, well, I definitely want to share this with the rest of the world because probably there are other people who will love this. So here we are. If I look to my skills, I see that I have some limitations. For example, I started late. I'm 32 years old and I started like a year ago. But I have something that helps me, and it is that I've been sporting all my life. So my legs, my arms and my body are prepared to high intensity trainings. So my weaknesses: I'm not riding horse. I'm not so accurate. I don't like stationary shooting. I don't like long range shooting. And I am not a long runner. Marathon is nothing for me. But I also have some strengths. From handball, I have really good jump. I'm pretty quick runner. I know how to coordinate my body even in very hard conditions. I'm sprinter, so shorter tracks are really good for me. So this is how I made the idea of running in a shorter track, like 300, 400, 500 meters, and shooting to a multiple targets on the way. So I combine running in a short track, quite fast shooting and lots of shooting while I am moving, and because I have really good coordination, I can do it in really hard conditions, like in a forest. Before we start, you need to know 3 very important things. This sport can be very expensive. You will be losing lots of arrows. You will be damaging lots of arrows. So don't take this as a cheap sport. It is not cheap sport. Take care about your health and about your safety. You will be doing stunts, running in a forest. But if you don't feel that you are ready to do this, don't do it. Don't push your limits too hard and too quick. Take it easy, take it slow. And, of course, take care of others. If you are not 100% sure that you can shoot, don't do it. If you hear voices, if you see movement all around your targets, don't shoot. Rather not shoot than make a huge mistake, okay? And what you will be going through in this course, let's check it out. Together we will be selecting the best possible bow for running archery. Of course, we will be choosing the right arrows for running archery. I will give you the basics how to shoot with arrows in your left hand and how to shoot pretty fast. I will teach you how to shoot in a movement, in a slow movement, and of course in a very fast movement. I will learn you how to make trainings and how to think about training your running archery skills on your garden or in some, really nice, calm environment. And I will learn you how to design tracks and trails in forest so it's fun, it's competitive, and you can learn as much as you can. And one last thing. I promise nobody that will be great, amazing running archer. I will show you the steps. I will learn you how to do it. But everything else is up to you. Just the information from this course will not make you a great running archer. They will not. It's all about you, all about your training, your practicing, and your effort. So, if it's okay, let's start with the first learning video. And this will be how to choose a best bow for running archery. Today we will be talking about running archery and choosing the proper best bow possible. The most important thing at the beginning, you are not able to do running archery with other than traditional bow because you need to shoot from the right side. If you would like to shoot from the left side, it's impossible. So every compound bow, every modern bow will not work. You need a bow that is able to shoot in high quality from right side. So if you do not have traditional bow, it will not work. Sorry. For running archery are these technical specifications very important. String length, something between 110 and 120 is amazing. Draw length, about 30 inches is best possible. You don't need to pull the bow too much while you are, for example, in a mid-air jump. Draw weight. For me, for running archery, you need to consider that you will be shooting below 15 meters. Most of the time you will be shooting from 3 to 5 to 7 meters at maximum. So you don't need that much powerful bow because you will be ruining your arrows. So something about 35 pounds is amazing. Brace height. Best is 17 to 20. Something between this is good. If the brace height is higher, you may have problems with proper fast knocking of your arrows. So smaller, let's say shorter, is better. And the weight, choose the bow that is the lightest bow possible because you will be running with it, jumping with it and all the stuff, so the bow should be as light as possible. For example, this one that I really love has like 290 grams. Another important thing is that the bow should not look like this. It should not have these curves because it's much harder to shoot bow like this, because if you hold the arrows, as I will teach you, the arrows are highly uncomfortable because it slips like this, and if you want to shoot, it will hit the arrows, so your aiming is blown away. And if you hold the arrows on these curves, which is almost impossible to do, but like this, there's a gap, as you can see, there's a gap. between the bow and the arrow, and it means that the bow will vibrate in your hand and it will be very uncomfortable to shoot bow like this. You need a bow that looks like this. It looks more like letter D because there are no curves, so you can easily hold the arrows and they will not be vibrating because these limbs are pointing right to your string. There is no another curve, okay? So that's the best shape possible for running archery. Let's make a little test. I will tell you some technical specifications of imaginary bow, and you will consider if this bow is good or not for running archery. String length 120 centimeters. Draw length 32 inches. Draw weight 30 pounds. Brace height 21. The weight of the bow 450 grams. Yes, of course, this bow is not good for running archery because it's heavy. It has too long brace height and too long draw length. Let's try another one. String length 130 centimeters. Draw length 33 inches. Draw weight 50 pounds. Brace height 21. Weight of the bow 400 grams. Except the weight, everything else is wrong. And third, last one, let's try this one. String length 115 centimeters. Draw length 30 inches. Draw weight 35 pounds. Brace height 18 centimeters. Weight of the bow 300 grams. Yeah, this bow fits perfectly. This is like ultimate best possible bow for running archery. These specifications are top. Material of the bow, colors, finish and some markings, that all is not important. If you are choosing your bow for running archery, you should consider that this bow should last something, so it will not be the cheapest bow on eBay possible to find. So if you are thinking about good bow, I can say that 300 euros from good bowmaster will give you good, very good bow for running archery. For example, this one, this Assyrian bow from bogararchery.sk costs 240 euros plus free shipping to Europe, so I can highly recommend this one. Even it's a little bit longer, it's great bow for running archery. Or this short Turkish bow, it's from Weg Bows, it costs 300 euros and free shipping to whole Europe too, and it's amazing bow, one of the best bows possible to find for running archery for this price. Next time we will check arrows because they are as same as important as the bow. So I'm looking forward to see you in the next lesson. In previous video we were talking about the bow and how to choose the perfect bow for you for running archery. And today, of course, we need to talk arrows. And today in this video we will be talking about arrows for running archery. So no rubbish, just things that are for us. For the time I'm doing running archery, I tested out many types of arrows. Cheap wooden, expensive wooden, cheap carbon, heavy carbon, light carbon, expensive carbon. In 95% of these experiments, it was step back. For running archery, the arrow does need to meet this criteria. Easy to nock, easy to find out where is the position of the nock, turkey feathers, cheap but still good enough. Let me select two arrows I use the most. Yeah, these are two types of arrows I use the most. First is wooden arrow that costs like 5 euros. It's made from cedar wood and it's pretty good arrow, but not before you make some adjustments. As you can see, the place around the nock is round, so it's very hard to find out in which position is the nock, so I can easily and fast load my bow. But if I use a rasper, I can make my nock a little wider, so it's pretty good and pretty easy to nock. And I made these two small holes so I can find very easily where is the nock and what is the position of the nock, so I can easily load my bow and shoot even without looking. This upgrade is like 1 minute of work with the Rasper, and it dramatically changes the accuracy and the speed of firing. I don't need to look, and I always know that if I hit with my fingers the arrow, I just easily found the cradles I made with the Rasper, and I know that I just can load the arrow and shoot, and I don't need to look, and I know exactly what will happen. I will hit the target. Carbon arrows, I use the cheapest ones from Alibo. Great advantage is interchangeable nocks, so something I need because I'll show you soon, and of course interchangeable heads, arrowheads. And I don't need this, but if you hit the wall or stone or something, sometimes it's fine to have this option to change absolutely crashed arrowhead for new one. What I want to talk about right now is this nock. I need to show that it's amazing. Look at this. This is the best shape possible. It's very wide, so it's very easy to nock. It's amazingly easy. And there's also, as with the wooden arrow, the small cradle behind the nock. So I can very easily find out in which position is this nock, and I can load very quickly and shoot precisely. If you will ask me where to buy this, I will tell you that nowhere, because this is amazing design from my friend who is making horn bows, and he designed this amazing nock, and it's 3D printed. But I hope that in the future I can bring you the link where to buy these, because it's amazing. Only little disadvantage I find is that this 3D printed material is not long lasting, so you need to buy lots of them. It lasts like 50 to 60 shots, and then it most of the time breaks itself, but you can change it for another one and you can shoot again. My recommendation is to buy as cheap and as best possible arrows you can. These and this cost like €6 each, and honestly, it doesn't matter if you have this cheap arrow or you have an arrow that costs like €100 because you're shooting from 5 to 7 meters. It doesn't make that big difference. And of course, you will be losing lots of arrows because you will be missing your target and you will be hitting stones and trees and whatever, and all these arrows will be broken. So you need to have cheap arrows so you don't have fear to shoot while you're in the air or you're running. If you will be too afraid about your arrows, you will not shoot, you will not enjoy running archery, and it does not work like this. You need to have cheap arrows and you can enjoy running archery as much as you can. I have an idea at the end of this video. We can talk about quivers. Well, for running archery, you don't need quiver. That's it. That's everything. So we were talking about quivers, okay, check mark. Honestly, you don't need a quiver because you need to hold arrows in your hand, in your bow hand. If you don't and you want to load arrows from somewhere, it will not work. It will be slow. You will not enjoy this. The arrows will be still jumping in your quiver at the hip, or you will not be able to catch the arrow on your back quiver. It's not gonna work. You need to hold your arrows in your left hand, in your bow hand. I will teach you how to do it. I will show you everything so you will learn. So you don't need a quiver. That's pretty much everything you need to know about quivers and running archery together. Next time we will be talking about targets. So get ready, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. We were talking about bows, arrows, and now we need to talk about the thing we are shooting to, and it is a target. Of course, you can have the cheapest possible target you homemade. It's like cardboard box filled with another cardboard boxes so the arrow doesn't go through. Or you can shoot to a haystack, or you can have some highly modern, amazing foam materials that are so easy to use and great to use. Or you can use a compressed straw or just whatever. The main thing is that when you hit a target, the arrow doesn't go through and it will not destroy your arrows. But for running archery, there is something else that is much more important to consider, and that's portability. You maybe don't have as great a garden as I have. I have 3,500 square meters and I can do whatever I want in this garden. You're maybe living in a flat or a house with a small garden, so you will need to travel somewhere to do running archery. And of course, you need something that is easy to portable, easy to carry, easy to travel with. And it's not everything. For running archery, you need to have much more than just one target. If you have one haystack on a garden, that's not good enough. You need at least three targets so you can make some sort of trail and you can run and shoot. So you can make your own target, like for example, if you have cardboard box, you can fill it with papers and other cardboard boxes, and you can use a stretch foil so it's compressed together. You can make some ears so you can carry it around. It's okay solution, not the best, but okay, fine. But make yourself sure that the arrow will not go through this target, because if you use it near the tree and the arrow goes through, you will break it on the tree, so it can't get through. Never. Best solution I find out is polyfoam material. It's some sort of very compressed foam, so it's light, but the arrows doesn't go through. I have this amazing target from bulgararchery.sk. As you can see, it's pretty small. It has an ear so I can carry it around, and arrows will not go through even with very powerful bow, so it's fine to use. And it costs only 40 euros. This is not huge amount of money, and the service that will this target make you is amazing. It weighs only 3.5 kilograms, so I can carry it around. If I go to a forest to shoot, I can carry like 3-4 of these in my car, so it's very easy to move and place somewhere else if you like it more. So this is fine solution. If you have something better or at the same level, it's amazing. Cardboard filled with another cardboards and even with a stretch foil is fine for a beginning, but you definitely should consider buying better targets. You need like 3 to 4 good targets that are easily to transport and easy to use. So little revise at the end. The target should be easy to carry around and arrows don't go through. That's everything. So if you have 3 to 5 targets like this, you can do running archery right now. And next time we will starting with shooting. So I'm looking forward to see you with the bow and arrows, and we will shoot and train. If you want to do running archery as you see me on my videos and my channel, you need to learn how to shoot as I do. So it means how to hold arrows in your bow hand. I will show you very slowly how all the procedure looks like. I hold the arrow in my bow hand. With my right hand, I take the arrow on the nock where I find the cradle, and then I take it out. I'm doing this long movement because you need to be sure that when you are taking one of the arrows in your hand, they are not tangled, okay? So, because when you are running, the arrows are changing in your hand and they are tangling. So, you need to make this long movement to be sure that the arrow is not tangled with others. Now I'm loading the arrow to the bow. I do it with little slight pressure to the arrow in the direction of the bow. So I want to calm the arrow down in position where is my thumb of my left hand and the grip of the bow. I'm not waiting until the arrow is calmed down in my hand, because when I draw, it will calm itself. So I'm not waiting, so it's 100% okay, and then I draw. So I draw at the moment I feel that the nock sits on a string. And then I aim and shoot. And at the same time, my right hand is going for another arrow, and whole the process is repeated again and again until I have arrows in my hand. Look at the same procedure from my side as I see it, because I mounted a GoPro on my head, so you can see exactly what I see and how it's going in slow motion. For running archery, I use a Slavic release. For me, it's the best solution. It's the way that I control the arrow with my index finger, so I hold it and it doesn't fall off, and I'm pulling the string with these 3 fingers. It looks like this. I release. If you will use a thumb release or any other technique you saw somewhere, I don't mind. Use what you like. It's fine. You can train this even at home without needing to shoot. You can look to a TV or something and you can practice this move when you hold the bow and arrow, you take it and like this, and back, and again, and again. Well, yeah. Now we will be training shooting with 2 arrows in your bow hand. So you need to practice this move, and that you do long move. Then you do this, okay? Long move, like they are not tangled, I can shoot. Fine. When we're talking about shooting with 2 arrows, you can practice even without shooting, because still going for 2 arrows is boring. So you can draw the bow, not shoot, just let the arrow fall down, take the second arrow and do the same and let it fall down. It's much easier to lay down and take your arrows than go to a target, take them out, go back and do all the stuff again. Shooting with 3 arrows. This do always to a target, because it's very important to learn shoot as fast as possible. Don't fake it, real shooting. My average is like 1.7 seconds for one shot when I'm stationary, and like 2 seconds and little something while I run. And of course, it's possible to do it much quicker, I believe. And I'm training to be much quicker than this. So if you can beat me, I will be happy, because it's possible to be faster, and I know that the training does make sense. At the same time, try to be precise at aiming, but don't give aiming too much time. Be quick. It's really important combination of these 2 things. Because imagine that you're running on a forest, you jump and you want to shoot. You have no time to think about knocking and aiming and the proper technique and whatever. All of this is about muscle memory and about automation. All that stuff is subconscious thing. You are focusing on your track, on your run. You don't have capacity to think if you did it well or if you are doing it well. You just need to do something that is your muscle memory, that is absolutely automated, and you don't need to think about it. So practice, 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 and when you will go to forest, this all will be so easy to do and you will feel very good and very confident. Shooting with more arrows. Take like 6 to 9 arrows to your bow hand and shoot stationary. This is very important because you want to hold as much arrows as you can hold and shoot, because if you run just with 3, it's a little bit boring. It's like after 15 seconds it's done. So that many arrows you have, that longer the track can be, and that more fun you can have with running archery. But everything above 9 arrows, from my experience, is too much. You need to consider that if you hold that many arrows, your aiming and your comfort while shooting is going down rapidly. So you need to learn how to hold that many arrows, shoot that many arrows, and to work with them stationary. Then we can go something in a movement. But before this, you have to be confident while shooting that many arrows in a line while you're holding them in left hand. Do a proper and high quality training, and when you feel confident, strong, good, then go to a next video, because we will be moving and you need to have all of this stuff, this muscle memory in your hands. I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Hi friends, we are getting very close to an actual running archery. Today we will learn how to shoot while you move, and we will be training many types of moves. I hope you will enjoy this one, because it took me some time and it was not short time to be good at this, and I really enjoyed that process. So I hope that you will like this too. Right now you're able to shoot stationary. You should be okay with holding your bow and arrows in your left hand, or if you shoot with right hand, so in the right hand, and shoot stationary quite fast. Right now we will add some movement, and today we will be moving to sides and forwards and backwards and in a combination. Let's check what I have for you. Today you will need 2 targets. For our first type of exercises you need 1. So place your target in a space so you can going from left to right in like 5 to 7 meters long range. You will be swinging from left to right like this. So have enough space to do this. My opinion, and that's why we start with this swinging, is that it's much easier to shoot when you're going from left to right, because the distance from the target is still the same and only angle of the target is changing. It's much easier than going forwards and backwards. That's why we are starting with swinging. So the first thing you will do, take 5-6 arrows to your left hand and stand like 5, maximal 6 meters from your target. Now you go from left to right and shoot to a target while you move. Don't stop while shooting. Still be on the move, as you see on the video. Still be on the move. Second thing, so we spice it up a little bit, is you will be going forwards and backwards while shooting. Again, don't stop while shoot. Be still on the move. And you are going from like 10 meters to 3 meters and back. There and back again, and you shoot. As you see, I shoot 2 arrows when I'm going forwards and 2 arrows when I go backwards. When you're feeling comfortable with going left and right and shoot, and you are comfortable with going forwards and backwards and shoot, we have third level, and this one is a little bit challenging. You will copy the letter of W. So do the same what you see in the video. You are starting as farther as possible on one side, you shoot and you are coming closer to the target, but in the shape of W. So you are going to left and forwards. Then you shoot and you go back and still to the left also. So you're doing this W shape and you are moving, so the target is changing the position and it's closer and further away of you, and also you need to move and think about your movement. So it's combining many things into one, and this is fairly good practice to become a running archer. And maybe you're asking why I said that you will need 2 targets. And the reason is this. Leave your first target as it is. Take your second target and place it 3 to 5 meters in front of it. Now you will do the same, but you will changing the targets to shoot. So first shot is going, for example, to the closer target, second is going to a further target. So you are swinging from left to right and you are changing these 2 targets. This exercise is very good, so you know that you have to learn and have to practice shooting to a closer and more distant target from various types of angles and distances. Our second exercise, of course, is going forwards and backwards. So you are shooting to a closer target and to more distant target, and you are changing these 2 targets to shoot. So your first shot is going, for example, to a more distant target, and your second shot is going to a closer target, and you are changing the targets and still going forwards and backwards. This exercise is still about shooting on the different angle. You are shooting down and more, let's say, up, so you have to not just moving forwards and backwards or left to right, but you still have to consider how is the proper angle to shoot with your bow. And our third exercise is, of course, zigzag, so your well-known W ladder. So you have the targets at the same position and you do this W ladder movement, but you have two targets, so you shoot closer and more distant. You can choose whatever target you want to shoot at. You can shoot twice to a more distant target, then once to a closer target, then again to a more distant target. It's up to you. Do whatever you like, whatever you feel, but change these two targets so you are learning to aim in the movement to a closer and more distant target, and you are working with the angle of the bow and arrow, how to shoot properly, because these things will happening at running archery all the time, and as good you will become in slow movement with this, that easier it will be in the forest when you will shoot to a target while you run, jump and whatever. I'm looking forward to see you in the next lesson, because next time we will start running and shooting to a target. So we're going to be very close what does running archery is, and you will become much more self-confident because you will learn how to run and shoot at the same time. So I'm looking forward to see you, but don't hurry. Do these exercises, enjoy them, become very good in this, and then you can go to the next lesson. I'm looking forward to see you there. Hey guys, today is very happy, very special day, because we will learn how to run and shoot at the same time. So let's dive into it. We are slowly approaching to the phase of what you see on my YouTube videos, running on the forest, shooting midair or something like that. And we are making small but very important steps to do this. Maybe you're questioning yourself that it's so long and it's so slow, but I want to give you everything in the right order so you are not drowning in all of the information and all of the things that you need to solve and try. And I'm giving you step by step the best possible way to become amazing running archer. So thanks for your patience, and today we will start running. Well, today you will need 3 targets. You will need, of course, your bow and arrows. I recommend for start to use 3 targets. Place them in a line where the difference between each of them is like 10, 12, 15 meters. So you have 3 points in one line. Okay, very simple, very easy. The first thing you will do is slow run, stop, shoot, and repeat it all again. Before we start with shooting in a movement, you will do movement. While you move, slowly running, you are knocking your arrow, you're ready to shoot, you stop, you shoot, and you continue to another target. It's very simple, it's very easy. This thing is very important to learn you how to draw the bow while moving, and slow run may cause you some problems. So don't be hurry, don't try to do it quick and fast at first, do it slowly. Slow run, draw, stop, shoot, run, draw, stop, shoot, and do it with all your 3 targets. The second thing is that you will slowly run, but you will not stop to shoot, but you will shoot in the move. So you are slowly running as you see on the video, and you knock and you shoot while you move. Because you are running slowly, you have plenty of time to knock the arrow, aim and shoot. It's very fine. The first thing that might be a problem is that you have to learn shoot while you move. We didn't do this yet, so it's your first experience. You will slowly running and shoot while slowly run. This thing is very important to master, to be as best as possible. So don't hurry to a next level and enjoy this, learn this, make it a part of yourself. Let's learn your muscles to do the right thing in the right order. The third is running, but not at full speed, and shooting while running. This is like speed up of the second level about 50-70%. It's not twice fast, but almost like twice fast. But it is not a full sprint. You have time to do full sprint. So as you can see on the video, I'm not running at my highest possible speed, but it's quite good speed. And train this. You have 3 targets and you shoot while you're running. This one is hard because your aiming will be much more difficult. Your body is moving much more than before, so aiming is very hard. You have to learn and find the best moment to shoot. For example, for me, is when my feet lands on the ground, so I'm as steady as possible and I shoot in this moment. But I'm also learning and practicing shooting in various different types of move while run. So learn as much as possible, train and practice. Now you are not working with any turns, left, right. No, you are running straight ahead. It's the easiest thing, but it's very important to master this, because when we will go to turns, it will be much harder to master this if you are not able to run straight ahead and shoot into target as best as you can. Very important is to feel in comfort. This is not science. This is not an Olympic sport when you need to do all proper techniques and you shoot and everyone is clapping like, oh, this was technically perfect. No, you don't care about this. Important thing is that you feel comfortable, you feel that you are growing, that you feel the progress, you are hitting the targets, and you feel very comfortable with knocking and shooting while run. If you are not comfortable, if you feel that it's a little bit clumsy, that it still is not as best as you can imagine, stay with this level and don't go to another lesson, another video. Because in another level, we will be talking about turns and shooting while in turn. So you have time, don't hurry, practice this one. And of course, I'm looking to see you in the next level because it is starting to be very interesting and very enjoyable. So I'm looking forward to see you. Now you're maybe thinking that you mastered the running straight and shooting into 3 targets, so we should go to a forest because you're almost done, you almost know everything. Stop. No, you don't. Now we have to learn how to shoot in turns, and that's totally different level. The best way to start in shooting in turns are these 2 exercises I made specifically for you. First exercise, and this is one of the most amazing exercises, even though it's so easy to understand and so easy to do, is a circular training. You only need 1 target that you can shoot from all sides, because you will be running around and you need to have the possibility to shoot from all sides. As you can see, I'm using this polyfoam target that is good because it has from all the sides the material that I can hit, and I know that the arrow will not go through, and it's also possible to aim properly and to hit it even from the side. So this one is good. Find out something like this, buy, make, but you have to be able to shoot from all sides. Take 5 arrows into your bow hand and slowly run around the target. And you are still in a turn, so you're shooting in a turn, you're practicing this very important ability and you are running in circles and you are shooting into your target from like 3 to 5 meters. Do it slow. Begin with slow tempo. It's okay. You don't need to hurry. If you feel comfortable, you hit all 5 arrows into target and it works fine. It's okay. Go a little faster. Just a little, just a tad. And if you're okay with this, just go a tad faster until you get to your maximal power, maximal speed. Because at the maximal speed, you have to count with moving your body and the arrow and stationary target. Because it's not working like you are stationary shooting to a target and you can aim and you shoot. While you run fast in a turn, you have to calculate that the arrow will fly a little bit differently. So you have to learn how differently it flies so you can aim properly even in these conditions. This is very important to know and do very well because in the forest this one will be a key ability to have. The second exercise is called infinity training because it looks like flat 8, like the symbol of infinity. You need 2 targets. Place them like 10-12 meters apart and you will run a flat 8 around them. As you can see on video, it's about to run, shoot, make very fast, as fast as possible, to turn around the target and run again. And you can hold like 6-9 arrows in your hand, so it really takes some time before you shoot them all. And trust me, this one is very hard and you will be very tired, but it's also a big joy and it's a great thing and great stuff to do even at a small garden. This video contains 2 exercises. You can say like, well, I want more. You will enjoy this very much. So don't hurry. Use them, enjoy them, and you will find yourself much better, much more comfortable and much stronger in shooting when you are turning round. And little advice at the end, always, if possible, shoot when you are running anti-clockwise. Because it's much easier to shoot to the left than to the right. See this video when I do it clockwise, how hard it is. I have to run, I have to turn, so I am moving backwards. I shoot, then I run normally, then I turn backwards. This is much harder, but also do even that. Because you will need this ability, this skill at the forest. Because you can use one target twice. You can shoot when you are running into it, and you can shoot when it's behind you, so you can turn back and you can shoot backwards. So it's very important, if you have not that much targets, you can use one target twice. Learn even that skill. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next lesson, because we will be doing much more complex and much more, let's say, demanding exercises, so you will enjoy this. But before you have skills of circular training and infinity training, don't go there. So practice, and then I'm looking forward to see you. Well, right now you should be very good in shooting when holding the arrows in your left hand. You should be master of a knocking technique from the left to right. You should be able to shoot when you are running straight. You should be good while you run into turns. And this is probably everything you need to have to start making running archery in an actual forest. Of course, it doesn't need to be only a forest. I'm talking about forest because we are surrounded by woods and it's easy to me to approach to a forest and practice there. Of course, you can do it on a meadow, you can do it, I don't know, on a beach, whatever. But of course, take care of safety for yourself and the others. When we talk about running archery, we have 3 types of a run. Focused on running, focused on shooting, and hybrid. Focused on the running. Of course, this is much more for people who rather run than only shoot, and you have like 6-7 targets, but the run is a little bit longer, like 500 meters if you want. I don't like it that long. I like shorter tracks like 200-300 meters, but you can be focused on running. So you can run on a forest, make it difficult, so you can run upwards, downwards, on the rocks, between the trees, whatever you want. It's focused more about your endurance, and sometimes you're lucky to shoot through some target. So you can do this way, and it's more focused to your endurance and power of the body. Focused on shooting, of course, this track will be much shorter. Like I mentioned, 200-300 meters is just okay, and you can place there as many targets as you want, and you shoot as much as you can. So if you're able to shoot with 10-12 arrows in your hand and you still have good aiming and it's still comfortable to shoot, you can do it, and you can just run and shoot like crazy. And hybrid, I call this one like an extreme running archery, because you are looking for a run, for a track that is really demanding and really hard. You're running on a hill, downhill, you're jumping, you have very difficult and not comfortable surface all around you, like leaves or mud or whatever, so it's really hard to do, and you have lots of shooting, so you can hold like 12 arrows if possible. I hold, for example, maximum 10, 9, 10, but you can hold 12 or as much as you can, and you run and you shoot a lot. This track will be a little bit compressed, so you run a lot, but you are running in sort of circles, or you are running around your targets multiple times. So you, for example, have only 4 targets, but you shoot to each of them 4-5 times if possible. So you make these tracks much more compressed and much more complex. And now on the image you can see how the track can look like. You have a few targets. In my case it's 5 targets, and you run around them as much as you can, and you can see these arrows, and these arrows are showing you where you can shoot and how many times you can shoot. So you see that you have long run, you're running for decent amount of time, and also you're shooting a lot from different angles, from different sides, and this makes this type of a run very interesting and very enjoyable. I will not show you more type of tracks, because this is just to show you the idea how to make it, but I don't know your conditions. I don't know how does your forest look like, how is your meadow, how is your beach, how is your mountains. I have no idea. You know your surroundings, you know the world around you, so you can imagine how it can work, how you can do this. And also at this video I'm not showing you how am I doing it in a practical way, because we would need 3D animation, because it's so hard to capture on a camera, so you understand how it works, how does it look like. So I just use this simple, easy painting, so you can imagine how it works, how you can build these tracks, how you can do it, and just you have to be creative. It's on you. Make it so you like it. That's everything you need to know. And of course you need to know the terrain where you will be making your running archery. You need to know what are your possibilities, what you can do, where you can shoot, how fast you can run, or how slow, or if you have any jumps somewhere on your track or something like that. Just plan wisely. I cannot recommend making tracks and runs when you have no idea about the environment and you don't know if there will be other people, if there is some sort of trap like wet leaves, then you will be falling down after jumping or something. So know your track, and then you can enjoy it much more and be safe. And I absolutely recommend to have many more arrows than for one round, because if your run is like 300-400 meters, you don't want to run, shoot your 12 arrows or 9 arrows, and then go and take them off your targets and go back and run again. It will consume lots of non-productive time. You will not be running, you will just be collecting arrows. So have like 3-4 sets for this run, so you can run 4 times. You are tired and you can rest while you are collecting arrows, prepare them and run again. So you will need many more arrows. Take them like 30, 40, 50 arrows if possible. We will revise it at the end, just the basic things. If you want to focus more on running, make distance between targets bigger. If you want to focus more on shooting, make the distance between targets shorter. It's very easy to understand that concept, and even though you can be very creative and make remarkable, amazing runs for your shooting. Well, my friend, that's everything you need to know right now about running archery. This is everything I could share with you right now, so you know everything you need to have, everything you need to know to do running archery as best as you can and become amazing running archer. Of course, if you will be practicing and you will do the best you can. In this course is a last video, so if you're ready, just watch it and we're done. Wow, what a ride! We are at the end of this online course for running archery. I'm very happy I had you here because it was an amazing experience. I liked sharing my knowledge right with you, and I hope you will become a good, maybe amazing running archer. There are some things I want to tell you, and you can consider and do whatever you want with them. And these are: first, take care of your body. Running archery is a very demanding sport, so you need to exercise your body, you need to stretch, you need to rest, you need to have a good food. I am not a specialist in any of these fields, so I'm leaving it at you, at your responsibility, that you will find online on YouTube or amongst your friends a good advice, what to do, how to compensate, how to exercise, how to eat, how to sleep, how to regenerate, whatever you want, but take care about your body. It's on you. Running archery is not a try to do something that old Mongols did or Turks did. No, it's absolutely a new thing. So there are almost no do's and don'ts. We are not trying to replicate something. You are trying to be as best as you can be as a personality. So do as much as you can to feel comfortable, to like it, to enjoy this sport, and do it how you want to do it, not how others think you should do it. And third, don't hurry. Really, don't hurry. You may feel depressed that you are losing lots of arrows, you are slow, you are not aiming that good, or whatever problem can emerge. And this might kill your energy, your enthusiasm into doing running archery. Go slow. You have no need to hurry. There are no Olympics in running archery, so you can win something. No, it's only about you and improving your skills and improving yourselves, your personality, your thoughts, your thinking, your doing, your exercising your body. It's only up to you, so go your own speed. Go as your body lets you go, your mind lets you go. Don't hurry. There is no place to hurry. Well, it was nice to meet you, and I wish you a good health, great aiming, the best possible bow, and absolutely the greatest and biggest joy of doing running archery. I hope you enjoyed the running archery class, that you took everything from it, and I'm looking forward to see your photos and videos online, how you do your running archery, how it works for you. Also, comments down below are much appreciated, and like button too. I'm looking forward to see you sometimes in the future. Have a great time.